Hi, Julie Torrens here. Well, I'm still working on the backgrounds that we did about 2 videos back. And this is where we put sprays and watercolor, and we use some stencils, and we put some saran wrap on top and then let them sit. And so I've got 2 more now of these backgrounds to finish, and we're going to work on this one. I think it'll be fun. So what I've got together, keeping in the spirit of we're doing mixed media, I've got my Liquitex gesso, and I'm giving it a good shake. And it's white, and the lid is tight. There we go. And I'm just going to give myself some of that on my paper plate. I can always put more. I like to use a paper plate because it's got a white background. Got my Daler-Rowney brush. But I think I'm going to start. I've got my Prismacolor watercolor pencils. And I pulled those out because I want to show you kind of what I see before I start painting on top. And what I mean is, what I'm seeing in an intuitive way, sort of like picking shapes out of clouds. So I see this as some flowers, kind of tulip shaped. So I've got one right here. And since this is watercolor, theoretically, it should kind of melt and blend in. I see another one here. I see another one here. And it's got a petal kind of like that. A very tightly wound one here. And you can see its little bottom shape. I see one here with some petals this way. That's the most of them that I see. Yes, I see like one kind of a bud here, another bud here. So can you kind of see what I see? I hope. Now I see leaves down here and all that. I'll put in a few because there's like a really big leaf here. This one has stamping, and the stamping has a line coming up here. I see a leaf here, a leaf here, a leaf here, a different shape leaf here with a little one there. I see little leaves here. Like that. I see a leaf here. Here. So I hope you're kind of seeing a little bit of what I'm seeing. But the reason why I'm starting out with this white gesso, and I'm going to wet my brush and dab. I know there's colors in here that I don't even see. I believe that this white, it's thin enough, but I'm not watering it down so that I'm changing its chemical base. And I think it's going to pick up some of these colors that are already here. So let's just give it a go. And it dries much more transparent than it goes on. So let's just get, I'm gonna leave some space between these petals. But I mean, I can already see it's turning purple and magenta. Now I've got the acrylic bargain bowl right nearby. I'm gonna give it a little one right there. Can you see the difference between this one and that one already? That's what I'm looking for. I want these to be showing up in the colors that are underneath. I just rolled off some of the paint. It was just a little bit too much paint. There we go. Give it a little something here. Good. I see a bud right here. Now this could be a leaf or it could be a bud. And I think I'm going to make it a bud. Nice. I'm just going to touch the tip of my brush in the water. I've got 2 little water sources here. And I'm not really trying to water down the paint. I'm just trying to get some more water on my brush. So how are you? I hope that you're doing well. Are you getting ready for the holidays? I think I just finished my shopping today. If I haven't, then it's because I'm going to need something that I didn't know I was going to need. You know what I mean? Okay. I am liking the colors that we're getting. Now, where we had the gold watercolor, this is the gesso is covering it up, but there's still plenty around. I see a little bud here. Good. I think we're doing good. Can always come back to these. Always. All right, I'm going to rinse my brush out because I want to get the magenta and purples off. And I want to start picking out some of these leaves. Dab, dab. Back into my gesso. And I want to start working on some of these leaves. I'm going to work on this part. It's kind of got a mixture of color. But now this hopefully will be picking up some of this green. Those of you who've been asking, I have not given up watercolor at all, but I'm a mixed media artist. And I was just ready to do some mixed media. And it's been fun, don't you agree? I like how this leaf has some of the magenta and then more of the green, you know, that because they're going to reflect. All right, let's get some of these leaves in here. I am trying again to leave some of the background so that can be kind of the lines between, the demarcations between. I'm going to just again tip just the tip in the water. A little more paint. Now, all of these shapes came about from, this one did not have a stencil on it. It just had the watercolors but I had stamping. It's the only one of the 4 that I did stamping on, so that's why I didn't do a stencil on it. There's no right or wrong way. Certainly no rules. I am liking the way that these leaves are turning out. They're pulling up that green. The geese and the ducks, first time I've seen them in about 3 days. It's been warmer the past 2 days, but today they were in the pond. They broke through what, I'm not sure if it was ice or if it was just like a layer of snow on top of the water. And they've been splashing and fighting and just all kinds of stuff in there. I see a leaf right here. Good, good, good. I want to fill this in a little better. I'm going to start all the way from the top. The big leaf. Wow. What a difference, huh? But I'm liking it. I think I'm going to, with this, I'm going to put some stems in. And then we can always, go on top. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. I have to decide, is this 2 flowers or 1 flower? And I think it's 1. So I'm going to put a little something like that, little half moon shape. Yep. Here. Nice. I'm gonna fill in a couple more little leaf shapes that I see. Needs a little water. Little leaf shape here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're going to give this a try. Yes, I am liking this. Looking good. I am seeing another petal right here. Yep. There's a shape here, and it's coming up from the stamping that's under. But I'm going to give this a little shape. Okay. I'm seeing some more stems. Yes. Now I'm seeing like a mark or something right here. And I'm just going with it. A little more water. Okay. Yep, I'm liking this. All right. I'm rinsing out my brush. Now, gesso dries pretty fast. I think I'm going to see in my bucket here of acrylic brushes. This is, it's a filbert. So it's like a flat brush with a round tip. But I think I can get a pretty thin line from it. I'm going to wet it. And I'm going to just drag the tip. See, I only put paint on the tip. I see some water. I'm going to just knock that off. And I'm going to see if I can kind of repeat this line. But maybe just a little bit thinner. Yes. And let's see what we can do here. See, there's this beautiful swirl of the stamping underneath, but I don't really think it's showing. I don't want to fill in the shapes. I'm liking the organic nature of this. I don't know if this brush is really helping or not. It's not hurting. Same thing down here. It's that stamp that I used. I'm letting some of these just kind of fade out towards the bottom. I'm liking that. I see another drip of water. The more you do, the more you see. Now that's a line I put in myself to hook that leaf up with something. But there's another swirl. Okay, I'm liking this. Definitely it needs definition, but I'm liking the way we've pulled out the designs. Okay, I'm going to kind of clean up and I'm going to change directions for the next layer. I have my regular Prismacolors out, so they're not the watercolor ones. And I want to keep working on this. I'm going to just move it aside a little bit so that it's a little more centered to me. But I think you can still see okay. All right, so I like the colors that are already involved in this. So I think I'm going to start with the magenta. But I also want something in the purple family. And I'm going to pull out this green. And this is kind of a sagey green. It's called jade green. And let's just, they're not far, but let's just kind of get started with this. So with this magenta, I want to start by kind of, I guess, shading. Just shading all the places that I think there would be some shadows hiding. The watercolor paper continues to give a bit of texture, and I like that. I think this, I kind of decide what side is the shady side. But you know, it all depends on how these petals are laying. Yeah, I'm liking that already. Definitely want another color though. Something in that purpley. What about this one? This one is called Violet. P-A-R-M-A, Parma Violet. I'm just doing some to see what I think. All right, I'm going to grab a Q-tip and kind of blend these together. I like the way the blending is working here on this gesso. Yep, liking it, liking it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep going in that vein. This one is more purpley. I'm just going to add a touch of magenta. Same with this one, just adding a touch. And let's get that violet color. So they're telling us we're going to get a wintry mix tonight. And I'm telling you, I am really enjoying winter this year. And I know that 90% or more of that feeling is because I don't have to drive in it to work. That 50-mile drive in all this winter weather, it took a toll. More than I realize. Because now that I'm not doing it, I can feel the difference. I'm being careful that I'm using a soft part of this Q-tip or cotton bud because I don't want to scrape and scratch, you know. I want it to be the fluffy part. All right, I'm gonna tip this up a little bit. Okay. I want just a little bit more color in there. Very good. Let's start doing something. I'm going to get that dark purple. And I'm going to get these. I didn't do these little in the behind the scene kind of. This one I had done, but I want these just a little bit darker. They're the behind petals is what I'm picturing. All right. It's so dark today that I'm getting a lot of reflection on my work because of my lights, and there's, you know, no competition. That's okay. That's okay. Yep, liking that. Okay, this is really more of a yellowy green. Now, I know this is called yellow chartreuse. This is just yellow, I believe. Lemon yellow. We've got more choices. We don't have to choose from there. All right, there. Let's get that green. Let's get this green. This green. All right. Now, this one has shades of magenta. This is called mulberry. I'm calling it. I know I have one in that tray that is called magenta, but maybe it's this one. Hang on. No, this one's called processed red. Yeah, no. Let's get to this one. And I just want to put a touch of reflection. I'm not even going to rub it because I don't want to burnish it. And I'm going to go with this color right through here. And then this color on top. And now I want a darker. Ooh. All right, fresh Q-tip. Well, I'll start with this one for the blending of the green and the magenta. I want more blending. Let's go green. I like this. Yep, I'm liking it. Okay, I want the darkest of these greens. Yep, I'm liking it. I've got this in my hand and I feel like, well, I've got it in my hand, I should be doing something with it instead of putting it down. I'm just doing these parts of the flower that is at the base of the bloom. Yeah, doing good. Let's see, I think I want this. And I think I'm gonna, where I've got some of this waxy stuff on here, I'm just gonna fill in real light some of these leaves, especially the ones that feel to me to be most to the front. That's good. It's just like a little blush of green. And they've already got some green that has been picked up from the bottom. All right. In this, I believe I've got kind of a metallic gold. Yes. Now, how metallic is it? I don't know. But I think I want to try this with it. There we go. Yes, I think that it's looking metallic-y. And I want to do this. I think I'm going to outline first the kind of leaf shapes of this. And then I'm going to put just a line through. And this is, again, I'm just following what the stamp did. And it's not, we're not getting it all, but the parts that I grabbed with the gesso, I think it's a nice little addition. I think I'm going to outline these little guys. How about this? Were you seeing these and saying to me that I needed to get it? Well, I heard you. And I thank you. Now, I don't think I want to outline all these leaves in gold, but I think it wouldn't hurt to have a few more. Kind of balance the gold. I think I'll just do these. just like that. Give this a little stem here. Yeah, I'm liking it. All right, now I want to do a little something with this green. I like these that I already kind of just hit with the Q-tip. I want to get just a little more color in some of these. And I want to put these stems as green. I feel like if I just leave them white, it will look forgotten. This leaf, it doesn't need to be so dark. I like this yellowy green. I'm going a little crazy with it. That's okay. That's fine. All right. A little rubbing out. I'm sorry if I'm jiggling. My camera is not hooked to my table, but the table is moving as I rub. I think I got all the ones that I did. Okay, here, let's get this jade green. Just adds kind of a, it's to me, it's almost like the color of a blue spruce. Do you know what I mean? I'm tempted to do these. I want something brighter though. Any more? Okay, I think we're doing good. All right, now I want a brighter pink. This is just called pink. This one is called processed red. Well, those may be our choices. They're not bad choices. All right, let's start with processed red. Is that what this one is? Yes. And I'm doing some outlining. Oh yeah. I like this. My word, or whatever you call it, for 2024 was to go bigger, go bolder, go brighter, and that's how I'm feeling today. I want some va-va-va-voom. Am I getting it? I think so. And what I am doing is not hard. I followed the lines that fell in here on their own. I did not plan them. And that's what makes this so unique and so fun. I am definitely enjoying this. I want a brighter purple if I have one. Ooh, there's a shocker. Let's pull that out. This is more of a regular purple. It's called violet. Let's see what that does. Yeah. This needs some shade of a green. Let's brighten this up. Alrighty. I like the way that's looking. Okay. Is this a Vavoom green? It's chartreuse. I know that people do just amazing things with colored pencil. I just like to lay down this kind of pigment, and you can get it solid, and I just like all that. I'm seeing where the gold is not quite as filled in as some spots here, some spots not, and I just kind of want it the same. All right, I want to just zhuzh up this gold. And remember I pulled this blue out, true blue. I'm thinking I want to add this blue. Dare I? Sure. Okay. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to start by going around this finger plant, whatever this is that I invented. I am pressing hard. Good. Good. Now what? It needs 2 colors of blue. I've got one. Is this enough of a change? I don't think so. We need another blue to go with that true blue. That looks too much the same. There's one in there that's a little too green. Aha, what are you? Ultramarine. Well, I never can go wrong with ultramarine. All right. I'm going to, there's these little gold shapes. I think what I'll do is I'll take this and outline those. Just the ones that are hanging around near this. Okay, now I've got a few more that are smaller than I'm gonna do with this one. And I realize I'm probably outlining things that you can't even hardly see, but I think you'll see the color. But I'm just doing some random drawing. Well, there's a little gold spot there, but what I'm thinking is like this is little flowers coming off of these stems. Let's go back to this color. Oh, I'm liking that. Are you? Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? Okay. I want this to make a little more of a statement, and I think I'm going to add more of this gold to it. Just fill it in a little heavier. I had just sort of drew a line, but I'm gonna give it a little more punch. Good. Very good. How are you thinking about it? I'm liking it. Okay. Now, a little something around these. Kind of like this. Let's grab those pinks. This was the other pink that I had grabbed. Let's see. I'm going to turn it over and let's just see what has this. Yeah, it's blends in. I want it to stand out. I don't want white. What do I want? You know, it's one of those things like I'll know when I see it kind of situation. Too beigey. Let's try this one. Let's see. I'm going to turn it around to see if I can see better. This one shows up more, but I think I'm going to have to go with one of these magenta-y colors. Well, go for it. Yep, that's not it either. This one? Yeah. Yep. Just following some of the shapes of the blips and blops that we've got going on here. What I may do, I'm just putting in a few more shapes. Grab that gold. Oh, for heaven's sakes, what did I do with it? Did I put it away? Julie, Julie, Julie. Here it is. I'm going to hit some of these with the gold. It's not as gold as the acrylic paint or the watercolor paint that I've got going on here, but it is still gold. And I think it will add a little sparkle. I can sure see the ones that don't have it. Yeah. I am very happy with this. I think I'm going to make some little gold marks here. And then just grab one of those that I was using. Just add a little more over here. Well, I'm liking it. I want just a little bit more. I want more. And I want it for this. I'm going to take this lightest pink and see if I can just put a little shine in all these little places. I'm doing it on the same edge on all of them. I like that better. Where's that chartreuse? Yellow chartreuse, yay. I'm going to give this a little bit of chartreuse. Go with the unexpected. Go with the unpredictable. I really like it when I do that. It takes a little bravery, but I do like it when I do it. All right. I like what that did. Okay. Well, let's get the old Stettler right in here. 2024. Well, thank you for joining me today. If you want to help this channel out, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed, today is the day that I need you to subscribe. Where will I be? Well, right down here's another video picked out for you. I'll see you over there.